Hello, 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 hello. Are we live? I think we're live. Yeah, I think we're live now. Okay, my stream is okay. When I say on, let me open up my fucking can first. Ah, why is the can giving me so much fucking trouble? Hold on. Okay, you could probably tell because like if I do this, the stream is like lagging every couple seconds. Let me show you. If I go here and you look at this bit rate, it's supposed to be 6,300 plus, and it's under that. And then it's I think it's fixed now, but every couple seconds it was going to like 500,000, which means you could tell the difference. If it was like a solid 5,000, whatever, it's gonna be a little blurry, whatever. I think it's color. I'm on Ethernet, as you can see down here. I'm on Ethernet, as you can see below. I'm on Ethernet, so I think we're good now. Hopefully, no, because dude, it just hold the fucking phone. Hold on. See, 5,000. I'm on Ethernet. Whatever, bro. There's not much I can do. I'm my I'm just gonna have shitty Wi-Fi today. I apologize. There's nothing I can do about it. I'm actually going to duplicate my scene, and then where do I usually have? Let me check. Last time I played Warframe, where did I put my? Yeah, it's about right here. Yeah. That way, when I do this, I have a separate scene just for Warframe because I'm playing Tainted Grail right now, and I don't want to fuck with that. I don't want to fuck with my Tainted Grail Diddy Blood. I apologize for the lag, by the way. This is actually top. Wait, go back. No, go back. Go there. This looks tough. New Warframe. There's a bunch of like new shit here. I don't really care. All I know is there's a new quest, and there's also Railjack Steel Pass. I also know this quest has unique backgrounds off of what you pick. So I picked Sirius. So because I picked Sirius, he's here and Orion is here. No, this is Orion. This is Sirius. I picked Orion. Orion's here, and Sirius is here. If this was reversed, if I picked Sirius, he would be here and Orion would be here. So that's like how you know, like, I picked this guy. This is my dude. This is my enemy. Yeah. Cynex Prime. New Warframe. New Dante skin. New weapon. I thought there were 2 of these. Hold on. Yeah, there is.
Ordis wonders, why is he here? Ordis supposes everyone has to be somewhere.
Yeah, there's So are they like the exact same? So is it like this is tiny and this is big and then this is tiny? I don't really understand like how these are different. They look exactly the same visually. Anyways, to show off progress, we're gonna equip some weapons now. Oh, what's that working on last? Spirit bonus. Alright, let's get my main out. I got my controller, by the way. I'm gonna have my controller. Alright. We deal with my crafts. We're gonna get to the quest shortly. Also, my apologies for like streaming so fucking late. I so much happened today, so much. You can say I got my hair cut. All of that, bro. I had so much. Your request. Also, the reason why I'm like, oh, I want to do this. If we go here, bro. Done. Like, if I go to, is it the codex? No, it's in my stats. I know I have a quest. Hold on. I kind of missed that. I kind of miss having to pop up every 3 billion seconds. I've done with the fucking quest. What the fuck is that? I did not know that's like the logo of my thing. Stats. Star chart progress. Done. Star chart XP. Done. Steel path progress. Done. I've done everything. And if we go to here, this doesn't count because this is new. They just released Steel Path. But if we go here, I've done everything here. But now we have this. So I have a whole new star chart to farm before how. Anyways, I should start this new quest. When Hanhal summoned the Stalker to a bizarre conflict unfolding in the orb of Alice, he must confront the shock points of his own actions. The shadows of his future have come calling, and they are not alone. Interesting. Father, only a 30-minute quest, bruh? Oh my god, give me like an hour-long quest, bro.
father. Protector. I have made many mistakes. Grave ones. But they may yet be reforged into lessons. Go to Venus. It's Valis. A new and terrible education awaits.
Why am I fighting my fucking sons? What the fuck is that damage, bro? Bro, there's like a new damage multiplier. You saw on my health?
Battle will rage on in eternity unless you stop them, Shadow.
Where the fuck is Orion now, bro?
Sirius, retreat, recover. There can be no victory today. Our future must survive. Your father will follow the righteous path eventually. Even if he chose the other. Even if he chose Orion.
Alright.
How does it matter? We're here. Orion, Daddy doesn't recognize you. Some meddler has trapped us in an eternal death dance, murdering each other over and over. But we finally found you alive. We retreat now and hide. Find us, Daddy dearest.
You better go to the fucking Tenno, bro. And ask him about fucking teleport Diddy Bloods. What are you? What the baby?
You sense it, Shadow. They are both your son. Even though you hold Orion here, in another place, Sirius was held by you also. And now, they come for you from beyond this time. How? Time is a river, and they have learned to swim upstream. They're from a doomed future where one always wins. Yet now, they've found you. We must stop their war. But you cannot do this alone. Too much is unknown. Too many forces are raised against you. You must seek help.
Not them. Not again.
Calm, Shadow. This time, I agree. The dreamers can never know. Naka can never know. She must always believe in a future.
Interesting. I know I'm not saying a lot, but we're so. We just started the quest. There's nothing to yap about yet.
La 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 la.
La.
Ordis loves his new vocalizer module. What is that curious silence? Oh no! Not a chance! After what you put us through last time! My poor operator! Shoo! Helmeth hasn't been itself since the drifter climbed into its mouth. If I find a Kavat in there...
Umbra. I was not expecting Umbra, bro.
Intruder! Intruder! Stalker is... Wait. Umbra? Umbra? Umbra, Ordis will, must, go with you. You cannot betray the operator like this. I will not allow. Oh. Understood. Well, Ordis will just keep the operator distracted while you are gone. But do not expect a rescue.
I was not expecting Umbra, bro. Damn.
Your companion understands the truth of this conflict, Shadow. You can be the one to save your silence. Let us begin by listening.
I was actually not expecting that, bro. That's crazy. And then Umbra's right here, bro.
The Corpus know much. Surely they have detected this anomaly in the orb Valis. Intercept their data to locate both Sirius and Orion.
These guys are high level. Holy shit, level 90 plus. I mean, I do still have shit, but for a quest, they're pretty high level. So
I know you were at war with yourself, Shadow. Your choice of a name was simple, from your beating heart. But the Void, our enemy, nursed and nurtured the unchosen name, forging a rival path, a second son. There is room in your heart for both. We must show them that.
So how are they communicating? Because how the fuck did that, this is why when I started yapping. How the fuck did Ordis know what the fuck Umbra was saying? And how are they, how are they communicating silently? There was no, sign language. How the fuck are they communicating, bro?
These ships, the alloys are dated 20 years from now. Truly a doomed future. Their plans, however violent, however drastic, cannot be allowed to take shape. could not have known. Your dilemma is a fell comedy to the dweller in the void. I almost hear them laughing now.
Plan.
Shadow, restrain those opportunistic mentors. Learn what you can, how your kind have been twisted. You must meet with Sirius and Orion, uninfluenced by future forces. I will create such an opportunity for us, Shadow. Umbra the Broken, you are here to help with one thing. Watch the child.
Hey, Umbra. Good luck, bro. I'm counting on you, bro. You're like the Warframe. You're the mascot of the game, bro. You are literally better. You just picked for me. What are we doing, bruh? So, I heard there's a secret in these that give you cosmetics.
Before you confront Vina, unveil her secrets. We must know what dangers her future holds. Whispers from the future we must never allow to pass. Whispers of a Cephalon Parnos. A plague.
Yeah, so there's one of them. It's like this little my butt. Oh, it hurts.
This future is shrouded in darkness. Orion, alone. Always fighting Sirius. This witch, his partner. You must understand, this future is doomed. The Kennel made sure of that.
So could I interact with these gates now? Not really. Yeah, see, here's the door right here. I didn't want to. Okay, whatever, bro.
What? Oh, a fight? Do you not approve of your future daughter-in-law? Feel my blades.
Shadow, you must only restrain this witch. Orion will come for you. This is inevitable.
Yeah, I can interact with that. Or this one. What is my chat saying? Bro, am I really not able to find, like, I need to find one of these to start it. Maybe you can't do it because you could only do it. Maybe you can only do it in the actual mission, not the quest. Look, okay. I there was a video I saw on this. I'll show you guys like my proof. Oh, okay. So you do it after the quest. Got it. That's good to know. I thought I do it now. Okay. Okay, I will do that. I don't know. I'll probably do it on stream. We'll see. We will see. Okay, Umbra's still good.
Speak. The witch is subdued. Orion is hunting the path here. Go once more. Adjust your weaponry if you see fit.
Honestly, I'll take it. Only cause I prefer a pistol.
The Yaiba is a relentless blade, a worthy foe. He must be sheathed or broken. Find him. These mass-produced minions have clearly been cloned from a single master. I suggest you find the strongest among them.
I know you're here. I've already sent the boy. My role in this eternal dance has come to an end. I do not belong here. I welcome death at your hand. Make this a fitting finale. I have killed better foes in worse conditions.
All that damage for what? You're dead. No! Dude, that's half block. Interesting.
Orion and Sirius are seeking your trail. They sense us. Conflict is imminent. Before they arrive, travel to Uranus Proxima, above me here. For there is something I must be certain of. Some way to stop this foul mockery of family that has led to us.
How are you doing, bro? Okay. God, I hope they don't just increase him because, like, they're gonna kill Umbra. They're not gonna kill Umbra. This would be such a stupid quest to kill Umbra. It's like a fucking. How is this? This isn't even like a fucking main quest, bro. If they were to kill off Umbra, like in the lore, not the game, like in the lore because of eternalism, it would be like. I don't know. The mockery.
Orion, Sirius, one a constellation, the other a bright light. Our infinite sentient eyes gazed upon them on our way to the new naked stars, watched as they whispered by. We could have gone toward them. Perhaps it's time to gaze on what could have been. Listen. The void. It has done this, an eternal conflict. Sacrifice is needed to stop it. Just like my Nata did for her children of Lua. The poison glow, brighter than a star. It may be here that you see something I could not. Touch it in all its impurity. Withstand its vacuous laughter. Wield it. Bring it to me.
Is this his heart?
Not believe its promises. Its lies.
Dude! I just one tap it because I'll open that ability as well.
Bring the void spark. Hurry. The adult sons hasten toward the infant, and even Umbra cannot hold them for long. I've taken a terrible risk, but we need them together. Now, Shadow, now! You wonder how Nata hid the moon in the void? What it cost? I am done with tricks, Shadow. We're all here now. Sons of Shadow, hear me. I am Unhow, the great and terrible, sentient destroyer of worlds. This day, I spurn my legacy. I repudiate destruction. I failed my people. I failed my children, Era, Nata. I failed the Shadow, your father. I shall not fail in this. I, who once severed worlds, now offer but I never had. Peace. To you, void jester who watches our grief, I give my past, myself, in bargain to sever the eternal battle you began.
What? Oh my god, it's fucking bright.
Dinner time! Did you forget it was your night to cook? Come on now, before he gets fussy.
I am Hunhal, sentient architect of worlds. It's my honor to prepare a new home for you. I shall be happy to see you populate it.
Do you think he'll like spicy or sweet? I hope his spice tolerance is like yours. I wonder if his appetite will take after me or you. I love sweet. You love spicy. Sweet or spicy?
What the fuck am I doing?
I hope you don't mind me making a meat dish. I make you vegetarian stuff all the time, Soren. If he's anything like you, he'll love it spicy. And me, well, I could never say no to sweets. Your little Orion might only want vegetables, like Dad.
Fuck, okay. I wish you told me that later. So he wants vegetable.
Will he have a favorite vegetable, just like you?
Your mother was the better cook. Stay together.
What the fuck is happening with Warframe, bro? Story makes no sense anymore. Though Hunhouse sacrifice and an impossible future has come to pass, both Sirius and Orion will share in their father's love and legacy. Only time will tell what will become the doomed futures they hail from.
Tenno, I have prepared this missive to arrive after I have done what I must now do with the poison we all danced with. The void. Did you hear laughter? Do you feel lighter? My efforts may fail, The void might reject my sacrifice, but I know how it covets. It will want everything I was, and in turn, I will collapse its frayed mockery. All will be together. I only hope they feel this peace I offer. Their happiness is theirs to find. I place the essence of that which is both Sirius and Orion into your hands. For safekeeping, you will understand the importance of keeping family together. If we ever meet again, I will not know you. So I shall say only this. I do not sacrifice my memories of our acquaintance lightly. But I know that you are taking care of her. I remain a proud father. Hunhao.
Orders reminds the operator to take time for themselves. Pressure creates diamonds, yes, but it also creates rubble.
Okay, what do I need to craft these two? Interesting, guys. Interesting. So if we go here, holy fuck, that's a lot of people. Bro, I would fuck with, at some point, Warframe needs to add in, like, we already have tons of, like, houses, like, tons of operations you can set up. I would love to have this as, like, a house you could live in.
Little Maker, do not let me lose myself. I am Hunhao. I know not who you are, small one, bright the stars are. They remind me of someone. She sang to me, I think. Long ago. I am Hunhao. Is all this still here? My own hive, my own bone and blood scoured from me.
Wait, is that the Latrax own? Also,
I can
holy,
feel them boiling away. Even the least of them. They abandoned me. Me.
what is bro yapping about?
Why do you speak to me? Can you not see that I am dead?
Oh, these skins are cool.
Your sacrifice is essential. Once you were part of the hive, now you shall be part of the rail. My children.
Oh no,
deaf
new
to my
arcanes.
My hive is split and dispersed.
On aim.
Let me die. Why have the beasts not assembled? I wish to address them. Already?
What the fuck is? I don't know what is happening to Hanhao, bro. I hope he's not like here forever. I'm not thinking. I think this is the end of his story. Unfortunately. This kinda seems like the end of his story.
The key to successful piracy is practice. Let's go get some.
I mean, okay, this was a cool update. This was a cool update, but I don't know what the fuck is happening with Hanhao. They didn't really explain what his sacrifice is, or what Lotus's sacrifice is.
All sorts of people have it over you.
Alright. I'm gonna run this solo. Once. Because I'm gonna do each one once. Because I want to get the signias from both of these. After this, I'm gonna go to bed, low-key.
somehow needs a little excitement. And what's more exciting than blood sport? Today we're going to find a way onto Ryoku's capital ship. Then we're going to bleed him until he screams and screams and screams. Take out those security nodes. Ryoku already knows we're coming. Don't let him see from where. Disease bags incoming. Lands these wretched boils. Intruders cut down. Oh, how I love a good mess. Supply transports. Destroy their cargo and send them running. First cargo destroyed. Pilot panic will be setting in soon. Look at that. Right back to home. Predictable fools. Mark a course to that waypoint. As predicted. They fled right to a massive cloaking signature. Hit it with the forward artillery. Let's see what's on the other side. Well. Ryoku's Comet Shredder. This is how he's supplying his units. Tenno, prepare for boarding. Tenno, on me. Tenno, be kind and put these worthless mercs out of their misery. Before I do. Cover me, Tenno. Tell those bloodbags to shut up! I'm trying to concentrate. Keep fighting. I've just found something very interesting. Security disabled. Get those gates open. Ryoku, what was yours is now ours. Here comes the head of the ship. Decapitate him. A good captain always goes down with his ship. What a good captain he was. You, be a dear and get those cryo cans for me. I've got my hands full. Blood-infused ice. Hard enough to penetrate the hull of Scoria's angel. Quick! Get in that ram sled! To yourselves, everyone. Hello? Anybody home?
Interesting.
Gates held shut with mag coils. Find them and scrap them.
Vina, I thought you'd never come.
Boo! Badasses, holy shit. Are we dead ass? That's not all of them? Oh. Alright, 1 second. I gotta go all the way back to the beginning. Right back. Are there any in here I need to know of? I don't think there is. I'm gonna have to like speed run it. There we go. And then yeah, that's how you get the secret. Oh. Oh, okay. Interesting.
Here we go again, Yaiba. Ever wonder if things between us could have been different?
Now what would be the fun in that? Wait.
If it wasn't for the truce, I would have put you down for good, Ryoku. We both know it.
You are going to lose today. You were only ever going to lose. The truce is your salvation. Submit to it. Tenno, don't trust.
You did fight with honor, didn't you? Heal up, big boy.
Nice! Free new cosmetic. Nice, guys. I'm not actually gonna wear it, but it's cool to have. Alright, now we're gonna do the other one. Now we're gonna go against her. And fight against her, and we're gonna get the reward. This one, I mean, we just interact with like consoles, and then we'll have that cosmetic, and then we're gonna be done for tonight, because I wanna go to bed. I wish you'd have played like a
I
live.
have challenged the butcher Vina to an assassin's duel. Take her to the brink of oblivion. She must know I am her better.
I don't know if Sword is knocked on my door.
This asteroid field is the beating heart of Vina's operation. Now, it's Vina's turn to bleed. Smash the biggest asteroid and take it all for our ship. Move into position. Collect the asteroid spoils. Battle has come to join us. Gunners! Neutralize the stragglers! Move forward! Turrets ahead! We must hit them first! fortress of ice. Forward artillery! Target the walls! This siege will not last long. A weapon of rare power is hidden within the ice here. It will be ours. Open those doors! We cannot leave any alive! Good. Now open the door. This one wishes to test themselves against you. Let them try.
How does this make sense in the lore of the game, by the way? Maybe they're Oregon technology. I don't fucking know.
Ryoku, you are so predictable.
I have awaited this.
clean and just so, but this place, this place is all dirt.
She has me! Find a way in and take her out!
I don't think there's any over here. Okay, hold on, because that's not all of them, but I need to find where the fuck these are, bro. Because like I wanna get these cosmetics. If I don't, because like I never get this shit ever. So hold on. Okay, there's one over there, one over here. One down there. One over here. One over here. And that's it. Okay. Okay. I know where everything is now. So, boom. Boom. Oh, my enemies, bro. Holy annoying. Boom. 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 That's pretty cool. They need to more often. They need to have more of these secrets there that you like. Like I feel like you could spend so much time in like it's a lot more like I want to actually explore the map. I never explore in Warframe because there's no reason to. So you need to do more of these secrets of like cosmetics and shit.
Here I am. Come get me. Dream all you like, it won't save you. I will save the whole world. I will tear you limb from limb.
No, you won't.
Sweet nectar. Until we meet again.
I got a blueprint. W. So now we have both cosmetics. Nice, guys, and it's also super easy. Nice. You don't have like I don't get a bunch of new resources for the new Warframe. Alright, yeah, I already got our first piece. I got 2 of them. Nice, guys. Alright. And yeah. Now we have a new cosmetic. Yeah, this one. It's actually really cool looking. I like this. They need to do this. I don't know if I would wear this over like what I currently have. You know, my generic ass build, but I really like this. All right, I'm gonna head to bed. I did not mean to do that. We can close out of the page. I do have some personal grinding to do and whatnot. Give me one moment. I gotta go to use the restroom because I drink tea all day long, and tea makes me have to use the restroom.
When in Cetus, do not drink the kombucha. You are incapable of producing the hydraulic effort required to unstick your tongue from the roof of your mouth the following morning.
Alright. I'm gonna head to bed. I'm tired. I've been running around all day. But hey, I really like this update. I've had some problems with recent. Hold on. This is like some real shit. Let me go do this. Bro, my fucking. Alright, my fucking keyboard has been like. It's like been sticking. I have like. You probably can't tell, but I have like. You can see a little bit of it. Like, you can see it. I have a really dirty ass keyboard, and I have to go clean my keyboard. All right, I put that on so you know we have some music, because I'm gonna take my headphones off.
Navigation has been updated with new invasions. Chaos is spreading.
Why do you have to talk while I'm talking, bro? Holy rude. Okay. What the fuck are you? Oh, it fell. Never mind. There's like a freaky ass bug. Where'd you even go? It's gone. Is it in my fucking... where did the freaky ass bug go, bro? Bro, it was like a bug and it had like a hook for a butt. But it wasn't like an actual hook. It wasn't like gonna like touch you. It was like a knockoff cockroach, bro. Whatever. Alright, I want to yap for like 10 minutes, because that's the whole point of streaming, is to get my thoughts out. Okay, let me just move my microphone a bit closer so that you guys can hear me a bit better. I want to talk about Warframe real quick. You guys have not seen me play Warframe, like a lot. I have streamed a couple quests. Let me look at some of the quest lines. And I made a video way back in the day when I first played Warframe ever. It was like a test video. Let me pull it up. Let me test this super duper old ass video. Right here. You can kind of see it. You can't really read it. But you can see it's his first time recording on Xbox. It's a little blurry, but you can like see, you can like make out the Warframe symbol. That was 5 years ago. During 2020. It was like my first time ever playing Warframe. I was like MR2 in it. I was still on Venus, bro. Looking at my newer streams, I gotta scroll like a whole down a bunch. God, I've done a lot of streaming, but look at how many fucking streams I've done in the past like year or two. Yeah, I guess it was only a year ago whenever I did. You can't really read it, but it says test live stream. It really has been like a wild year. I've made so much content in this last year. But anyways, the very first Warframe live stream I done was Warframe Lotus Eaters. So my first ever stream for Warframe was Lotus Eaters. Pretty recent quest. You guys haven't even got to see like me learn the game, me play the game for the first time, me like I've already experienced that. Now I just play the game for fun and grind for all the new Warframes, new weapons, and then I do I live stream the quest. I live stream all the new content for the first time. I like Warframe. I don't know if I've ever said this on stream. I probably have, but if I were to rank games, Terraria is my #1 favorite game of all time. Nothing will ever beat that. There are games that if they continue to evolve and expand in the ways that I want them to, they could be better than Terraria. But currently, Terraria is not only nostalgic to me. Nostalgia is like a bonus. It's not like, oh, this game is this good because I've been playing it for my entire life. No, it's like if I were to rank a game, if I was giving it like a 0 out of 10, like a 1 out of 10, and I had decibels, nostalgia is like an extra 0.2. Like it's that small. And it's not even like not even like a half of a point. It's like a 0.2 to a 0.3. So it adds on, but it isn't like the thing. Because a game can be ass and be nostalgic, but the game is still ass. I'm very nostalgic about Terraria. It's not perfect, but to me, it's like my favorite game. It has, after playing modded, it's even higher than it was before. Modding is super fun. You can genuinely re-experience the game all over again. It's been so fun playing Calamity, so fun playing Thorium. I'm excited to play Eternity mode in Fargos. Like, modded, cool. The base game, cool. Newest update, really cool. Every boss has like its own theme now. Terraria is in a really strong spot. I love Terraria. Everything about it I love, other than like events and some changes that probably should happen at some point. And I also want some deeper mechanics in some stages of the game. I think need deeper mechanics or more accessories and like more things to fill up the gaps. And also new biomes and new content and new bosses would be awesome. Warframe is right below that. Funny enough, Warframe is my second favorite game of all time. It is like my favorite multiplayer game. Terraria is like my favorite single player game. Warframe is like my favorite multiplayer game. They're completely they're completely opposite. You can play both solo or multiplayer, but they're both very different in their genres and games. I love Warframe. I've been having issues with a lot of newer quests in Warframe. And it's pretty much been since Lotus Eaters, even before that. One of my problems with Warframe currently is the story. It's not even that the story doesn't make sense. To me, a lot of content and a lot of the story and a lot of the gameplay feels very erratic, and I still think it does even with this quest. I genuinely miss from Warframe a coherent story, and to me that story has pretty much been in the gutter since New War. I love Reb. She's an awesome game director. But I would like a more coherent story. Because think about it. And I'm going to say this from Second Dream onward, not previous. Because all the content before Second Dream, whatever, you can pretty much forget that. It's old-ass content. Doesn't really apply to the story. That was more like set up for the universe. You go, Second Dream, you learn about your operator. Next quest. Next quest is the War Within. It's all about your operator in the coup villages, and it expands the Grineer. Then you have the sacrifice, which introduces Ballast, the main villain, and has your operator, and and there are events and there are things that happen because of the opacity, the fucking the filler quest that bridges the gap to build up the sacrifice. Then you have and that sets up the new war. All of these quests felt like coherent and connected and made sense. Then you had the new war. To me, after New War, you had Annals of Zariman. Annals of Zariman, I can excuse that to an extent, because the new war did talk about the Zariman. It's cool, that's part of it. After Annals of Zariman, we go straight to, like, I'm pretty sure the Whispers in the Walls is the next quest. I'm trying to forget if there are any other quests. I'm pretty sure go straight to Whispers in the Walls. Whispers in the Walls, it makes sense. Like, Whispers in the Walls make sense in the story. It's not really connected to the Angels of the Zariman, but it's kind of expanding this faction of, because the Void is it's varied. You have, like, the Zariman Void. You have, like, the the Murmur Void. You have the Void from the OG days of, like, so, like, whatever. It makes sense though. Then you have 1999 in the build up to 1999, and I feel like, to me, despite how cool these quest lines and things are, with Eternalism and the new war introducing Eternalism, Whispers in the Walls, I think, has fucked up the story beyond recognition. For any coherency. What I really like about Warframe, what I really, really, really like, and what I have not felt, I have to sit down for this actually, because this is, like, a big deal to me. Warframe has this thing that I've only felt a couple times in video games. Dread. And what do I mean by this? When you are first introduced to your operator in the second dream, you feel kind of vulnerable. You're just a kid who has relied on the Lotus this entire time. You don't know a lot about her, but, like, you know she's good and you follow her like a child. You feel like a child who relies on their mother. Then the second dream happens, and there are things you don't know. And also on the top, there are things you don't know about your mother. If she does something, ask you the persons you know. There's this tension, this buildup. Then you enter the War Within. In the War Within, you're stuck in your mind, and there's no help. You have to figure out yourself. You have to become independent. You have to learn how to crawl, walk, and run. And sprint. And that has build up for the character. Then you go to Ballast, basically kidnapping, not really kidnapping, but taking the Lotus. When I felt that, whenever I experienced that quest, that cutscene, where we see Ballast take a Lotus away from us to set up to the sacrifice quest, I was filled with so much dread. Because I feel like a child in the hands of I was so immersed in the story of this game. It felt like the universe was living, and it felt like the universe was growing around me. It felt like this ever-expanding story was happening around me. And then you go and you see like your main protector, your mother, is taken away from you. and then you do the entirety of that quest. You deal with Alice, and then you find out who Nata really is, and then you have the entirety of New War, and they introduce like the Zariman and shit. There was this certain dread of uncertainty and what was going to happen going forward. I felt like after Whispers in the Walls, to me at least, I don't really care about the story as much. I'm not saying the story is bad. I still think like the story of Warframe is good. I still think the characters in the game are well written. I think that the content that we get nowadays is infinitely better than the content I like. Some of my favorite game modes in Warframe are modern game modes, like Conjunction Survival. I love Void Cascades. I've spent hundreds of hours in Void Cascades alone. And Void Cascades were a post-New War thing. And I really like the Zariman Dial set, but I really like Void Cascades. I really like Incarnate. I really like a lot of the newer Warframes. I like the new cosmetics. I like the new quest lines. The new quest lines are cool. They're very beautiful. I like the new tile sets. I like the art direction. I like the music direction. I like a lot of post New War content. I just don't I like the story. And it's not because the story is bad. It's the fact that like eternalism is such a big thing. That's why I liked the old piece so much, because the old piece wasn't eternalism. It wasn't a what if universe. It happened. And it was more of a prequel, not prequel. Yeah. It was more of a prequel to Awakening, and it filled in the gaps. I loved the old piece. That quest felt like old Warframe quest. It had the organ, the big bad. It had the sentience. And I'm not saying that the Man of the Wall story and the Murmur are not bad. I just don't feel threatened by them yet, and I'll explain that in a minute. But we're gonna be yapping for like an hour. So I'm gonna be like 11. I'm gonna be an hour yapping. So if you guys don't want to be here, you should probably leave, because it's gonna be fucking yapping for an hour with Warframe music in the background. We're just playing right now. Why is nothing playing? Interesting. Alright, good to know that it wasn't like music. My bad. I thought it was playing music. But like, I really liked the old piece, because it felt like the story. Because if you guys don't know the overarching story, everything and anything that ever happened in the Warframe universe happened because of Tau. Tenno. The Zariman 10-0. Tenno. The going into the void with the Zariman to go to Tau created the Warframes. Sentience were created by the organ to go to Tau. The solar rails, like the giant solar rail made by the Sentience, was to go to Tau. All of this shit, the old war, the new war, the creation of Tenno, the creation of the Warframes, the creation of Helmet, I believe, the reintroduction to or not, I guess the creation, I wouldn't say it's the start of it, but like, I would say like a rebrand for Infestation. From what I'm aware, the Infestation existed before the old war, but that's like for simplicity reasons. The creation of the Infestation, the creation of the Tenno, the creation of the Warframes, the creation of the Zeramin, the creation of everything. The Orkin cutting the fingers off of. This is not really a reason. This kind of happened by accident by Albert, but cutting the fingers off of, what the fuck's it called? Off of the man in the wall to go to town to use as a power source. It was more accidental. It wasn't really a cause of Tau, but it is a factor in Tau. Everything, Warframe, literally the word Warframe was created by, the Warframes were created by Ballas to fight the Sentients, and the Sentients were created to go to Tau and make it habitable, and then make a solar rail for us to go to Tau. Literally everything, this game and this universe literally wouldn't exist without Tau. Everything happens because of Tau. So I really liked the old war, the old piece, because it felt like an extension of the main story. The main story is about Tau. To me, I don't really care about the man in the wall. I don't really care. I don't really care about. I don't really care about. How do I say this? I don't really care about 1999. Where does 1999 fit in the main story? Where does, like, the only reason why we're after Albert and Trotty, and the only reason why we're fighting the man in the wall, and the only reason why we give a fuck about we only give a fuck about 1999 to go find Albert, because we want Albert to help us go to Tau. And then we ended up not needing him anyways, because we in the old piece we were using like the Dark Refactory to go through memories and shit of like our nightmares, and there's like a map, and it like does that shit, and now we can like go there with transference probably or something. But either way, we're going to Tau modern day. We're gonna see it in TennoCon that we're going to Tau, whether we like it or not in the story. And to me, I like that. I've been wanting to go. If it is a new star chart, I have been wanting a new star chart for so long. But also, like, I don't really give a fuck about a lot of the quest in this game. Like, let me give it a bit more of a visual doohickey bob. What am I speaking of? If I go to the main quest, I don't really give a fuck about any of this. I give a fuck about Second Dream, post Second Dream. Second Dream. This to me is the start of Warframe. All of this, well, Nata is technically like part of Second Dream, Second Dream Part 2. I consider these both like the same quest. But like this. None of these really matter in the grand scheme of the story. Like, they have their place. Like, the Infestation, this quest could honestly get removed from the game. I don't think anybody would fucking notice. Once Awake literally needs a fucking rework. This quest needs to be like either removed from the game or completely just redone with cutscenes and shit. On the same level as like Awakening, Vor's Prize, Voxelaris, Heart of Demos, and the Teacher. Or just remove this quest and just have Heart of Demos. And have new players learn what the infestation is off of Demos. I know it's the Demo strain, it's the Helmuth strain, there's different strains of the infestation, but like, there's a better way to explain this than Once Awake. I think they can remove this quest from the game and just have players go to Heart of Demos. This is infinitely more memorable than this. I keep forgetting this quest even fucking exists. This should be a side quest, low-key. It should not even be a main quest. But like, the teacher, it's a newer quest or whatever, but it introduces Teshin. This, we see Solaris, and Solaris are a main part of Narmer and the new war. So like, this, I can get. This should be like, this is like important to the story. The Archwing, don't really care. It's there for a reason. You need to complete. So like, I'm not gonna like completely get rid of that. But like, to me, the story doesn't start till Second Dream or Nata. Second Dream, and then the War Within, and these all feel connected. And this feels even more connected because this exists now. And then you have your Railjack, and then you have the prologue. You have the prologue, and then you have Sacrifice, and then you have Prelude to War, and then you have the New War, and then you have Duvariate Paradox, which is completely fine. It introduces the Drifter. I actually like the Drifter in the story. I actually like the Drifter. It is eternalism mumbo jumbo, and I don't think eternalism is a bad thing. I just think it's not done in the best way. I think they should be using eternalism for like they're using it for what if scenarios, but I would like it if they used it for side quest and they kept eternalism away from the main story. This is how I feel. Like, this, I like this quest. I like Jade Shadows. I don't know if Jade Shadows should be like, I don't know if Jade Shadows should be a main story quest. It really does not progress the story in any way, like at all. I don't know. And apparently this is right after, because we're going off like chronological order. Apparently this is right after this. And then it's like, if we're doing this from a new player perspective, the New War, Duvariate Paradox, Jade Shadows, Constellations, and then Angels of Zeraman. These two quests do not further the story in any fucking way. These should be side quests, low-key. No, I'm sure at some point, and they just have like Chains of Horror, Heart of Demos. Heart of Demos was required. Heart of Demos was required for Whispers in the Walls. And you need to complete the sacrifice for this. But you can still do a side quest and be like, you cannot do this quest because you have not done sacrifice because you need to have Umbra unlocked. Whatever. I still think this should be side quest. They really do not further the main story in any way, shape, or form at all. They do not. I think they should be considered a side quest. Angels of Zeraman, not the best quest in the universe, but it does further the story. Whispers in the Walls, it does further the story. This makes sense. The Lotus Eaters, this makes sense. And then you go to the Hex. To me,
This is irregular orders.
not a lot has happened with the Hex. Like, to me, this quest didn't really scream like major progress. I don't really know because the devs haven't really explained this really well. I don't know why we need Albert so badly. I don't know why we need to stop the man in the wall so badly. Like, I don't know, like, what these two, I don't know, like, why we need to fight the man in the wall so bad, and we need to, like, obviously we need a motivator to go to town. Why would we ever go to town? And after Ballas is defeated, what is there more to do? Technically, Warframe ended that new war, like to an extent. It's just that I feel like if you look at these quest lines, if you look at these quests, these are all happening within the Ordnance system. They're all within the timeline, and you can clearly feel like the universe moving around you. Right? Like, this is all good shit. This is all like, no idea why he has Umbra armor when before Umbra, but whatever. That's kind of immersion right game. But you can all like feel like this is all shit happening in the story. And then it's like Pocket Dimension in a Paradox, Stalker 2, Zariman makes sense in the story, but it's like that back to Demos. These two are good. Lotus Eaters. This is like the prologue all over again. A random ass timeline that we have no connection to. Why? I know, like, he's trying to hide from the man in the wall, and the man in the wall is connected to us because guess what? Tau. We need to go to Tau, and also Tau is the reason why we met in the man. Like, it all connects to Tau, but why did he specifically go to 1999? And 1999 has no connection to the Ord system at all. It's a completely alternate reality where reality happened differently than what it happened now. To me, when I think of the overarching story of Warframe, 1999, you could remove this quest, change these two quest lines, and make the old piece work. Because to me, the old piece is a continuation of the new war. And this entire story they've been building up. I just don't really like a lot of these, like, and like I said, I like the content, I like the visual, I like the music, I like the new enemies. I don't know what it is, but I want to go to Tau, and I know we're going to Tau, but here's my thing. Here's my thing from Warframe. I think it is totally okay to have these quest lines. And here's the thing. These quests, and when I say I don't mean like, oh, I hate them and I think they're stupid and they shouldn't exist. I think eternalism is cool, but it's like, why do these two quest lines exist?
This is gonna need to be reported to High Command.
The only... Here's my thing. Here, I have a theory. I have a feeling that Hanhao, but I don't fucking know now because Hanhao like sacrificed himself and shit, and he's part of this. I was gonna say. I don't know. I was gonna say, before this quest existed, I had a theory that after the old piece, because the old piece is about Tao, and it's about the sentience in the organ, and Han Hao was like the leader of the old war. And Han Hao is super important to the story of the sentience. He's like the father of them. I had a and they might still do this now that like this is a main quest, and now that it's done, it might be set up for it. But I had a theory that after we completed this quest, it would like calibrated that clock. I had a theory that we were gonna free Han Hao, and Han Hao was gonna become like a main character, and Han Hao was gonna become like he was gonna be like super important to the story and have like his final arc. He was gonna have like so I thought we were gonna have a quest or something, or like I thought Han Hao was gonna become like a villain again, or like something, or he was gonna have some major like a major story arc. Like I thought Han Hao would have like his final goodbye in a quest right here after the old piece, and he helps us go to Tao. Because Tao to me is gonna be like the final goodbye to the origin system. I don't know what Warframe is gonna be doing with its story in the future. But I think we are finally starting to loosen up ends. There are things in Warframe, there are always going to be more things you can do. We can see more lore, and we can see more with Corpus. They could totally do. See, here's my thing. If I go to like Warframe quest, why the fuck is the call of the Tempestari and the Deadlock Protocol? Why are these two quests optional? These should be main story quests. They expand. I think these should be main story quests. Then we go to side quest. We have Veilbreaker. That makes sense. But it's like, to these, we can always have more Corpus. They did it a bit with this quest, but like they could totally do like a 1 to 2, maybe even a 3-hour quest, like a new war styled quest about the Corpus and the Grineer, like separately. Like they could what they could totally do is once Tau comes out, if Tau is like massive and people love Tau, they could totally send off the origin system. I'm not saying like don't ever update origin ever again, only do fucking Tau. I'm saying like for the main story, they could wrap up. Before we go to Tau, they could wrap up the entire star chart. They could wrap this up. They could totally wrap up origin system. We could have like we can have like a new war where it's Corpus versus Grineer, or we have a connection. We have the opposite, and we like remove invasions forever. But like we could totally have a final quest to send off origin system. And then we go to Tau. Because to me in the story, we're in a really weird spot in the story currently. Currently, the operator is preparing for Tau. And then we have the Drifter, who's like figuring out shit with he's like in 1999, and he's also in like he's in XX in 1999. He's with like he's with he's in 1999. He's in the Dark Refactory. He's in like 3 different places, but overall he's in like the past. He's stuck in eternalism, which is, to me, it is completely fine.
They say they're hearing something coming from the vents that lead down.
It is completely fine to me if we don't bring Drifter with us to Tau. And I say this. I say it's completely fine if we don't bring Drifter, because the Drifter really wasn't in the old war. He wasn't. He wasn't in the old war. He was stuck in the Zeramin this entire fucking time before he got like rescued and had like his entire story arc. And he was in the paradox. I think what they should do for this, and maybe they're doing this, they need to separate Drifter and Operator. What I genuinely think they should do, the Drifter stays back. There's two of them. There's a Drifter and an Operator. They should make it where the Drifter stays in the origin system. The Drifter stays back to protect the origin system. Like permanently. Like he never ever goes to Tau ever. Like you can play as him as like a character because of like game versus story reasons, but in the story, I think they should make the Drifter the sole protector of Tau. I meant of origin system. He should be like, he should deal with the Victory. He should deal with Railjacks. He should deal with all of this. He should deal with Dark Refactory. He should deal with 1999. He should deal with everything and anything connected to the origin system. And then we send the Lotus. We send because the Drifter has the entirety of the Sanctum watching him. He's a full-grown adult who has made his own. The Drifter does not need the Lotus to be an effective Tenno and run this entire chart. Especially after everything happens in the story, Drifter should be able to handle this by himself. And you can make new stories and new conflicts because the Drifter's by himself and he has to figure out problems how to like run this entire thing. But they should send the Operator to Tau with Lotus, and they're stuck there. And going forward, permanently going forward in the story, the Operator, it's like a permanent choice. It is set in stone. There's no more going back. The Operator and the Lotus. Maybe not the Lotus because of like gameplay reasons, but at least for the Operator, I think the Operator should stay. The Operator should stay in Tau for the rest of the game's life cycle. We have two versions of Operator. We have Drifter and Operator. And they're in this weird space where they can't exist in the same place at the same time. and they're doing different things in the story. Like completely different things. We literally, if you were playing this now with no breaks, the second you completed the Lotus Eaters, we have the Hex. And the Hex is for Drifter. And then we have the Old Piece, which is for Operator. But this, like, unlike this, the Old Piece takes place in the Operator's mind. So it isn't like it isn't like the Drifter, who is literally, like, physically in the alternate reality because of eternalism. He is physically in here. And I don't know in the story if he ever went, he could totally still be stuck in the Hex because there's no quest, there's no mains. That there are things, like the Isle Weaver, and there were things like the Dark Factory that like explain these two in him being here. But he could totally well still be stuck in 1999, or he's stuck back in the Paradox. That's my theory. But I think what they need to do to make the story work, and they can keep eternalism, but I think what they should do is they should make the Drifter like the protector of the origin system. He should stay behind in the story and deal with the origin system. He should not go to Tau. He should stay in the origin system, and then the Operator makes the hard choice and he goes to Tau and they never come back. And now you have a version of you for each star chart. If Tau is having a star chart, when you are playing in Tau, when you are in Tau, you play as the Operator. When you are playing in the origin system, you are the Drifter. And you can like switch up but for story reasons, for future storylines, if they do a future quest in origin system, it should be the Drifter's concern. If you are in Tau, it should be an Operator concern. That's my thing. Anyways, I've been rambling for so fucking long. I apologize. No, I love Warframe. I do. I should reword it. I like the eternalism. I like all the new quests. It's not like a negative. It's just I want more of the mainline story, and I really liked Old Piece because the Old Piece was like it happened. It isn't a what if. It isn't eternalism. It isn't a what if. Just to do this, but make it make sense. Because to me, it's anything. Eternalism, I think, is a better way to do it. But eternalism literally allows for alternate realities, proto frames. Like it does a lot. It Boogie Night, Ball Ride, but like it does a lot. To me, it does a lot for the game. Like because Warframe, you can only do so much in like without Tau and shit. I think eternalism is a smart call that allows for things that doesn't really make sense in the Warframe universe. But I hope in the future Warframe finds a balance where they're able to continue the story. Because, like, when I'm talking about this, main story, progress to the 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 story. So much just happened and there's like the little quest lines here and there, but like one, and I don't count all of this. This is all set up. 1, 2, 3. I don't really care about chains. Like I'm talking about like the major. I wouldn't even consider this. This is like filler to explain shit. 1, 2. Well, I guess I have to. 1. No, I'm gonna just do it this way. 1. It's not creepy. There's like a beep in the hallway. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 quests, 4 long ass quests to explain the entirety of the old saga. Now, if we're doing everything, it is like not including this. 1, 2, 3. Don't really care. This is more like setup. Like all this is all set up, minus teacher. I was like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 quests to explain, and I feel like the story has changed in meaningful ways through 8 quest lines, maybe even 9 quest lines. To me, this entire saga is not actually as long as you think it is. Look at it. It's this short. Literally, it's this short. But you have all of this, and we are getting to the point. If you do this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 quest lines. 8 quests to explain like the entirety of the old quest, like of the second act. Then you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You have equal amount of quests in Simpsons New War. You have 8 quests here, and I feel like the story has barely moved. Like it has moved, and there are things happening in the story, but I feel like it's all set up. Like it feels like they did a grand reset to the story. Like you have your awakening, your Vor's Prize, your teacher, your Voxelaris, your Once Awakened, the Heart of Demos, your Archwing. Oh shit, the story's getting good. The very first major story quest. The next major story quest. Some filler. Very important. Feels like a main thing. Feels like an intro to this quest. So like some filler. Major quest, some filler, major quest. Setup. Literally, these two could not exist. So like, setup, major quest, setup. Major quest, but like, it could not exist and make sense. Major quest. But at the same time, these to me, I don't really consider the Hex. The Hex had one major event that didn't, it's more implied than actually happening currently. The Hex, the entire story of the Hex, literally boils down to the ending. It's just you stop at a nuke and you need the nuke to go back to the order system. But to me, it's like the Drifter needs to find Albert. That's the entire story. That's not really, to me, it's not really like that important. To me, it's like set up, major story, setup, major story, setup, major story, setup, which I'm not going to use enough for, but let's say setup, major story, setup, major story. To me, these are the only two quests that have moved the story forward. The Zeramin has not changed the main story at all. It introduced the Zeramin into like this. It introduced it back into the story after Old War and after like the events of pre-Warframe. But like these two Jade Shadow quests literally don't do anything for the story. And the Javeria paradox is like it setups and explains and deepens the Drifters lore after New War, but doesn't really move the story forward. Like nothing happens, nothing in the order system, nothing in the grand story really expands. It's more of a lore deepen. And these quests shouldn't even fucking be like if Deadlock Protocol, you know, basically the introduction in the requirement to Sisters of Parvos, in the introduction to Parvos as like a main villain, I think this quest should be a main quest. I think these two quest lines are too high quality compared to the rest of this shit. I think these two quests should be main story quest. Yes, this one's about Protea. This one's about this one's about more Sisters of Parvo shit, and it's also about why is my brain not working? It's also about more Parvos and Railjack, all that shit. But like to me, these two should be main story quest. Because also, if this is a main story quest, if you don't do this quest, you don't know who this is, and she is in Jade Shadows. This should be a major quest. These both, because this you need this quest for this. You need this quest for this quest to exist. These two should both be major quests, and it also expands the corpus as a threat, which is not like the corpus are not an optional thing. It isn't like eternalism. The corpus are very much a real threat to the Order system, just like the Grineer. And they're part of like the main story. I think these should both be main stories. They do push the corpus story forward. And I do think eventually this will boil down to Parvos come back to the story of Parvos being a main villain at some point. But I find it weird that those are not main story quests. Especially when you read these, main quest, Warframe quest, side quest. This entire quest is about the Shadow and Jade. And this is about Sirius and Orion and Jade. And like I can understand this being more of a main story quest. Like I understand why these are main story quests. Especially this one. This one was way more like deeper than this quest. This quest, I understand why this quest is a main story quest. Because of like Han Hao and like you need it to make sense at some point in the story. But these two are literally Warframe quests. If you consider these two Warframe quests, and I think these are longer, I think these two quests do way more than those two quests in some ways. I don't agree with these two being main story quests. These two, like, literally, the New War Angels of Zeraman. Like, these two have nothing to do with Jade Shadow. This is a working. This is not a main story quest. You should not have to do these to continue the story. That's just how I feel though. And like, this doesn't really continue the story. This doesn't really continue the story. This doesn't really continue the story. This continues the story because it like establishes this quest. Like, you need this for this to exist. And this quest makes sense because we're going to Tau, and Tau is like the next major thing, and Tau is connected to all of this. In just the game Warframe. Tau is like the origin to everything. Pun intended. And it's like, to me, this progressed this story forward after the New War. To me, this pushed the story forwards and backwards in a good way. This established more. This literally confirms, establishes, and solidifies this and this and like other shit. This is like required. This is a story. This is a quest that needed to happen. Even if this wasn't about, even if this wasn't about, bro, my brain does not want to work right now. Even if this doesn't affect, I don't know what the fuck I was gonna say, but whatever. It needed to happen for universe reasons to give like whatever. And then it also expands the story because now it introduces a way. It introduces a way to enter Tau, and then Tau can be the next. Because to me, if I were to look at all these quest lines, and I think Cross did this when he played it. I think Warframe does this. This is Act 1. This is Act 1. Right? This is Act 1. It's 9 quest lines. It's or I guess you could consider this. It's like 8. This is like the beginner story. This is like world building. This builds the world of Warframe and gets you interested in the game. And there's probably going to be more starter quests in the future. We might get a teacher too. I think they're thinking about it. I think we're going to get like more quests here for new players. Then you have the Second Dream, which you consider Second Dream to be part of this. Then you have all of this shit. You have all of this stuff. All of this. All of this happens as Act 2. Like the ballast drama. This is like all part of Act 2. And then you have Act 3. I think Act 3 is about the end. I think when we're looking at these quest lines, to me, the Second Dream is like the intro to Act 2. Just like how the Awakening is the intro to Act 1. So this is the end of Act 1, intro to Act 2.
Something's growing.
Then the New War is the introduction.
is calling out.
Well, no, it's not really true. You have the new war, and then it kind of expands forward into Whispers, and then Whispers is the introduction. To me, Whispers is the introduction. Oh, I know. What's the new war? The new war is the introduction, Act 3, and then we do Act 3. And I think to me, the old piece is the introduction to Act 4. If the next major quest is Tau, like actual Tau, like Tau isn't Tau Star Chart, and we're actually going to Tau modern day, and we're actually going to progress the story, and we're not gonna be like, let's do these two. I like these quests. These were fun quests. I'm not saying they're bad. I'm not even complaining about them existing. I liked it when the story was always moving forward. So it feels good. That's why I like this quest. This quest kind of confirms that we're finally moving. The story just feels like it hasn't moved a lot since New War. And I think it's starting to pick back up with this quest. But if the next quest is like Act 4, I hope this is like the second dream of Warframe 2. Or the next quest will be. I hope the next quest is like how Act 1 is build up. Like if this was build up for the universe of the Ballast / Old War saga, and then we did all of this in response, and then we ended with New War. Right? If we did all of this, if we did all of this because of the New War, and we ended Ballast, and we stopped the New War, this was that New War saga. To me, all of this is what this is. Like, all of this is all build up for the second dream. Right? This is all build up for the main story. This is this is like the intro, the tutorial, and then you get the main story, and then you do the main story up to here, and then like the main story ends. So this is like the introduction, the build up to the main story. To me, this is build up to the main story. And then this will be the second dream 2. This will be us going to Tau, like literally, and then creating a whole new saga. And Warner has hinted at this. They called Whispers in the Walls a new saga, and then they called the Hex a new saga, and then they called the old piece a new saga. And if you think I'm fucking crazy, by the way, let me pull up Warframe 1999 trailer. Sorry, my fucking thing is getting like stuck again. I have to find like the right quest. Is this gonna have the fucking... It is. I don't want to like watch it now because it, you know, has fucking... does not have the thing I'm looking for. I'm looking for the part where it's like new saw. I might have to go to... Okay, I think it does.
I realize what I am asking.
Explicit new update. You can play the video, by the way. I don't care.
I realize what I am asking, but you of all people understand what is at stake. For the sake of everything before and to come.
Soldiers think they contain the outbreak here, but the tech right here is different. Patient.
19 hours till we're popping corpse or vaporized. We get it, Trotty. Put a stop to this.
Tenno, if you are seeing this, your loop has been altered. You and I are trapped here. You know what this means.
We're gonna have to risk it. Arthur, this place is swarming with smoker.
You've seen enough, Albrecht! Maybe we cut our losses like we should have weeks ago! Albrecht, I have seen enough!
I told you this was a setup!
Johnny, get me out of here!
The end is the beginning. Well, where is it? Okay, they didn't show it off here, but I could have swore. Let me try 1999. TennoCon.
You are late.
Are they gonna show it off? It's like right here, I'm pretty sure. Maybe. What we're gonna see.
We have people who traveled from Argentina.
Okay, hold on. I know I'm going to like a whole fucking rabbit hole, but I vaguely remember them being like, new saga of Warframe. Okay, I cannot find it, unfortunately, but I vaguely remember somewhere they called 1999 the new, like a new saga, and then you do old piece trailer, and I think this has the same shit. They might have edited it out. They could have did that.
Can you believe we used to be at war?
Your people faced extinction, and now you rise.
Everyone who cares for you ends.
Face the is he gonna show it?
The truth of Tau must not be taken from us again.
Ignite my blood! Corruption must be cleansed from us all. Tenno, see reason.
I had to do it! There was no other way.
Okay, they don't. Why are none of these showing this? Okay, I don't. I look like a fucking schizophrenic right now, bro. Here's what it is. I'm gonna close out of this, but I vaguely remember somewhere during TennoCon they it's probably I'm not going like nitty gritty, but I remember them. Okay, here we go. But I vaguely remember Warframe, them calling Whispers in the Walls a new saga. As in, like, we had the Awakening up to Second Dream. And then Second Dream introduced that, like, main story, like, that we follow to this day. And that was, like, hold on. Warframe. Yeah, so look at this. So apparently we're in Act 4 currently. So I personally wouldn't do it this way, but we have arc. They're called arcs. Arc 1. Awakening Vor's prize teacher, Voxelaris, once awakened. We have all this. We have Arc 1. We have Arc 2. This is what you are, which is Nata, Second Dream, all of this up to sacrifice. And then I guess they consider Arc 3 to be New War, which is like I guess I don't agree with this though. I don't agree with this. I don't agree with this because to me at least, if I were doing this, a paucity prologue and the sacrifice are literally connected to these two quests. Like the events that happen in the sacrifice cause prelude to war. I would consider this to still be part of Arc 2. And the new war being like the end of Act 2. If I was doing it. But it's fine. This still makes sense. Kalima sequence arc. I don't agree with this. I don't know. But then like, yeah, like I don't know. I'm gonna get some better. I've been like sweating my ass off trying to explain this, but I'm like, oh, I'm stuck. To me, I want to feel. I want the story to actually push forward. To me, it pushed quite forward with Whispers in the Walls and the video game, The Old Piece. These two quests pushed the story in a good way. But like Jade Shadows has not pushed this like the main story any further. We have not gotten any closer to Tao, any closer to the like nothing. This has nothing to do with the Tano in any way, shape, or form. They're cool. They just should not be main quest lines, to me at least. And then what's last? I don't know. I think I've made my point. I think I'm just like saying the same shit. I'm gonna go to bed now. See ya.